Alright. Hi, everyone. Sailor Venus here. Sailor V, Sailor Hellas World Mina here. And today I'm going to talk about how Cartoon Network or drawing show Folkwork, if you have it, well, then you're lucky. But if you want to see Sailor Moon, you're not lucky. Because they seek some way to screw Sailor Moon followers over. Now, in the beginning, last year, from the end of the 5th month until the 11th month, you had to watch it at 5 and 5:30 in the evening. Only on Fridays only. And that wasn't bad. You're thinking, alright, it's not bad. Now, what a lot of Sailor Moon followers thought is that they were going to get R, and they'd get S, and O, and Sailor Stars. But no, that didn't happen. What they got was only the first following of Sailor Moon. Then then picked up again and ran about 4 in the morning or 3 in the morning on star days, and then dropped altogether. Now, we don't have Cartoon Network or drawing show Folkwork anymore, but at one time we did. And for those who still have it, it is kind of sad, that you go look on their website, and at first you might think, oh, maybe you're looking at the wrong website. Yeah, because Adult Swim or Grown Up Swim has their own website for that broadcast block on drawing show Folkwork, and you won't see it anywhere. You can go for all the days of the week and you won't see it anywhere. Now, one or two things is that, one, it didn't get watched as a lot as folks thought it did. Maybe they thought that a lot of folks were watching Sailor Moon on their Folkwork at that time, and maybe they weren't. But then again, Sailor Moon had a deal, with Disney More and Hulu and Chunky Roll, so it would be hard for Cartoon Folkwork to fight against those three streaming website businesses that already had it. And I think that's what happened. I think that due to Disney More, Hulu, and Crunchyroll having a deal with Sailor Moon, many folks chose to watch that on there. And they didn't have to watch it at the time that it was booked to be broadcasted at. And they could watch more of them if they wanted to. And they didn't have to worry about showings or whatever. I don't know. But whatever the grounds is, Cartoon Network or drawing show Folkwork just did not get the rights to Sailor Moon R, or the S, or Sailor Stars, or any other Sailor Moon things. And it seems they just dropped it all together, and they're going to say, oh, didn't get enough looking, didn't get enough watching, couldn't sell showtime in the show, higher than what they thought they could sell it for. And I know someone out there is going to say, oh, well, maybe the Toei business didn't want to get a new deal with them. Who knows, all from above. It didn't do good in a watch time or looking. Didn't do good in looking and watching. They didn't want to get a new deal with the Toei business. I don't know. All I know is that they dropped it all together. And we don't got drawing show Folkwork anymore. It's like one of those, they shifted the deal and we don't get it anymore. And if we wanted it, we'd have to yield a little more, for it. And it's not much of a loss, because when you stop to think of it, there's not really too many good things on there anymore. At least, there might need be for some folks. you know. And I mostly watched it for Sailor Moon. That's what I watched it for, you know, when I was watching it last year. So, yeah, Sailor Moon's two-if run on Cartoon Network, or drawing show Folkwork, why can we just call it drawing show, did not go as long as the first run. 2024 YL till what? 2025 YL. And that was it. Most likely not even long than the first run on it. And it's sad. Now I think I may have been onto something before I end this film about how, Disney More and Hulu and Crunchyroll had the streaming rights to Sailor Moon, and that anyone who had those websites and was yielding the fee each month, could watch it anytime they wanted to, and they didn't have to worry about showings, or I don't know, if you didn't want to watch it at 5 or 5:30 in the evening, you didn't have to, because it was right there, as long as A, your interweb was running, and B, the website wasn't down for whatever grounds. And I think that's why it didn't do. That's why I think that a lot of folks didn't watch it. They didn't get a lot of looking, or a lot of looking or watching, so they couldn't sell showing higher than they thought they couldn't sell showing, on it, or at least couldn't sell it higher than what they wanted to, what their fee was for it at the time. I don't know. For whatever grounds is, they just said fuck it. And after putting it on in early morning, just old runs again of the first one, they just said fuck it altogether and took it off. But don't worry, folks. As of right now, Disney More and Hulu still have the rights to Sailor Moon. So you can always watch the Viz Sailor Moon on Disney More, Hulu, or Crunchyroll. Well, you can. And I know there's going to be someone out there, but I think Drawing Show Folkwork did screw over the Sailor Moon followers. There may have been some that were watching it. Alright, maybe it wasn't as a lot of folks as they thought it was, but it was something. For whatever grounds, we'll never know. But Sailor Moon is not on Drawing Show Folkwork. It's two-if run on there. Ended. Give it a like, share and playlist it, and I'll see you later.